Hello everyone, welcome to another Starcraft 2 replay. This one's going to take place on Steppes of Ore. I'm Ketroc, the blue Terran, spawning in the bottom left-hand position. And in the top right we have Smile Appley. I almost said Smiley Apple. I think Smiley Apple would be a better name. Anyways, he's spawning in the top right-hand position as the red Zerg opponent. Now this is Steppes of Ore, and Zergs hate this map just because this natural expansion is so close in rush distance to this natural expansion. It really doesn't give the time the Zerg needs to macro up a large army when you push out. Often they like to leave some sort of scout near your front line, either an Overlord or a Zergling, and then when you push out, that's when they'll convert all the larvae into more army, that's when they'll morph all their Balings. But you just don't get the time on this map, and for that reason they can't go as heavy on drone pumping. So Zergs, they're using this strategy a little more often now, especially since I think it was using the GSL2, which is GSL is like the biggest Starcraft tournament in the world. I think Moro used it. I don't remember who. And then Starcraft used it once on his channel, and then in one of his tournament matches. And then Idra used it in one of his tournament matches. So it's given a little bit more credibility because of those, and it's a nice way to negate the disadvantage on this map. Now that said, this is going to be a pretty crazy strategy. Got the GLHF, and Zerg is going to be pumping straight to 10 of 10 supply. And then he's going to be saving up 150 minerals to do the double extractor trick. And how that works is you build 2 extractors, which puts you back to 8 of 10 supply. And then you build 2 drones, which you see will put them to 10 of 10 supply. And then you cancel extractors, and now you're at 12 of 10. And this is the attack. 12 drone rush. These ones are queued up to join the army. And it's going to be attacking me, and if I bring up the units tab here, we can see I'm only at 11 SCVs, and this one I'm actually not going to micro. He's actually going to run right by. If I moved him back immediately, he might have gotten quickly surrounded anyway, so I only have 11 SCVs here, and it's going to be 10 versus 11 with 2 more on the way. Trying to get a little more mining in every time he pulls away. But if you see, I'm not actually going to complete a round of mining at all. Here he comes in, he's going to be attacking. And I'll go over this one more time to cover the micro that goes on here. I do have an SCV pop out. And 6 versus 5 at the moment. One more SCV's popped out. Repaired my repair. That means I don't have enough money for one anymore. And with 5 versus 3, I'm going to start mining, and he's going to return home. And he's going to realize he has no chance. With it being 6 SCVs, almost 7, and he hasn't even started mining yet with his 3. That is GG. So this is the first time I ever saw this strategy, so I didn't really know how to react, but I watched this replay a couple of times, and in hindsight there's a few things you should do. This was pretty close, and this could have ended up badly. First of all, I think I have a major advantage with my build order in that I don't have a barracks this early, which means I have a little bit more minerals, and I don't have any SCVs away from my line. But had you been building a barracks either here or here, barracks will not save you in this build. You won't finish it. Getting a Marine out isn't even much better than getting another SCV out. So what you should do is immediately cancel the barracks just so you have more money left over to make more SCVs. And so that SCV that's making the barracks be it here or here, can return back to the mineral line safely and not get sniped, because you don't want to be losing an SCV off on its own. And after this, it's more or less just the micro of this battle. So you kind of want to cluster your units like I am here. And you want to do whatever it takes to keep your hit points high and to get minerals back. So you can see he's poking back and forth. And what I should actually do on this spare time is, first of all, empty the minerals out of the hands of these SCVs, just so I get a little bit more mineral count. And spend the rest of the time just quickly flip it on auto repair, and then when he comes to attack, turn off auto repair. Because I'm never going to get a full round of mining done, but what I can do is just undo the little bits of damage that he's doing to me on these little pokes. So there he's pulled back. Right now I should be returning the minerals and auto repairing, but instead I'm actually going to the mineral count. And now he's pushing in for the attack. He gets a little bit of a surround, but that's actually okay if you're Terran, because what you can do is any SCV that's not within range of attacking, you can use Sim to repair. And if he doesn't get a full concave like this, it'll actually work to your advantage. He'll have drones in the back not able to do anything. He'll have SCVs in the back doing a lot of repair. So while he's going to be microing by pulling back the drones that are getting attacked, I'm going to be microing by repairing with the SCVs that are out of range. So for instance, this SCV right here, I'm going to select him and switch him to auto repair. But that is a mistake in itself. You don't want to be using auto repair. You actually want to be doing manual repair. So what happens as things get reorganized, the SCVs that are in the front, I want them attacking, but they're still stuck on repair. Also with manual repair, you get to actually target which SCVs you want repaired and which ones you don't. So that other SC finally made it back. I got one more on the way. And even though I failed in the micro, the fact that I ended up with 14 SCVs out over time to his just 12 over time, the advantage was too far in my favor. So I think for micro focus, don't do auto repair. You either want to be doing manual repair. Try to get in a way where you're not fighting it, say, out in the open. Stay within your mineral patch area. That way you can try to get it all clustered up. And if he isn't able to get us around, you'll have the advantage as you can repair in the background. And then, of course, for your micro, manually repair if SCV is doing nothing. And then just try to focus fire when you can and pull back hurt SCVs when you can. But I think the repair micro alone would be more than enough to win. As you can see, even in my failed micro of just turning on auto repair, it was still more than enough just because I had 14 SCVs to 12. If you're doing a standard opener for Terran, though, you could be in a little more trouble, as you'll have a little less money as you're building a barracks out here. When you cancel the barracks, you'll lose some money in that process. And if you don't cancel a barracks, you're at that 150 minerals, and you'll probably lose the SCV building the barracks. Don't try to focus on finishing a barracks. You'll never get it complete, and you'll just die in the process. So yeah, that is the 12 drone rush. Specific probably just to the Steppes of War. I mean, I guess they could use it on, say, Xel'Naga Caverns, but Zerg's kind of like Xel'Naga Caverns. It's a well-balanced map, where this one is very anti-Zerg. So yeah, that's the end of this quick replay. Thank you, everyone.
We push ourselves to the end, and when we reach it, we push farther. So, I guess that's not really the end, is it?
Alright, for today's Thumbs Up Fact of the Day, I'm going to talk a little bit more about auto repair and the advantages and disadvantages of it. Well, there's really only one advantage over auto repair, using auto repair over manual repair, and that's that it's completely microless. It's done for you immediately, and then the downside is you don't have much control over it. So we're going to start with another drone versus SCV battle. You can see it's 12 SCVs, and we got 12 drones. They both do 5 damage per hit, and they both take 9 shots to kill the opponent. See, the SCV has 45 hit points, so it takes 9 shots. Drones have 40 hit points, but they'll regenerate at least 1 hit point during the battle, so they'll also take 9 shots. So I'm just going to A move them, and I expect one side to win with 3 or less. We'll see how it turns out. Who do you think? Who do you think? Drones, maybe? Oh, wait. Yeah. So that battle could go either way. We run that a bunch of times to be able to split back and forth. So now we're going to do it again, but this time we're going to put the SCVs on auto repair. And you're going to see this actually causes some problems. So here comes the attacks, and the problem is, as soon as SCVs start getting hit, they try to start repairing each other. So there's really no attacking going on from the SCVs. And this is completely, we're not even going to talk about the cost of this repair, just the functionality of it. And see, this is the problem I had in my game when things got rearranged. This auto repair actually worked against me. Obviously, they can damage faster than they can repair. And with everything repairing from the SCVs, there's actually no damage output being put out from the SCVs. Actually, I'm not sure if you can attack faster than you can repair. You might be able to repair quicker, but yeah, the SCVs will just slowly get picked off. The ones that aren't getting repaired much, but are getting surrounded by lots of drones. And this is something you need to be wary of in like many situations. Often when you're going to attack with SCVs, you don't want your SCVs on auto repair. They might make much better meat shields if you just have them on attack move. So here's another situation. We're going to have 6 Mutalisks versus a missile turret with 6 SCVs. And that should be enough SCVs to repair. The problem is Mutalisks do that back damage, so it's actually going to be doing some splash damage. So if you see, if we put this in auto repair does not know how to choose the correct repair target. So here comes the Mutalisks, and they start attacking. And you can see like one SCV is repairing the turret, but the other SCVs are just repairing all the splash damage going on. So if you just count on auto repair when you're trying to prevent these attacks, you can see things will go very poorly. Whereas in the exact same scenario where we have 6 Mutalisks versus 6 SCVs, I send them in an attack move and then I just manually repair with these. So I'm pressing R and clicking it on the missile turret. And you can see a whole different result. So there you have it. Auto repair, very nice, very handy, completely microless, but there's definitely scenarios where you want your SCVs attacking, not repairing each other, and there's other scenarios where you want to be targeting your repair on the specific unit or structure that needs a repair, rather than just letting SCV pick the closest target. So with that, we'll call it the end of this video. Thank you, everyone, and goodbye. Oh, wait, this one last thing. People have always asked me this. When I haven't leave an SCV in my front line on auto repair like this, why do I always put it on patrol? There's actually no advantage to this patrol in terms of functionality. It's just because there's always a button that shows up here when you have an idle worker, and I like to hit Control F1 to select all my idle workers and put them back to work. And I don't want this SCV showing up as idle. If I just have him standing there, he's going to show up as an idle worker, even though he's on auto repair. So I just put him on patrol. That way he doesn't queue up as an idle worker, and I would probably accidentally put him back to the mineral line when I don't want him there. So with that, we'll call out the end of this video, and thanks again.